I think that the stages of age were much more clearly defined in the last generation, where you had the young, you were in school, then you went into your job, then you went into the pension. So there were these three definite stages of age. Now all the lines are blurred.
So some people, they like to carry on working, because otherwise if they just do nothing, they get even more stressed, they get ill, all that. So some people's state of mind is that they have to carry on working. Other people have, they're obliged to work, obliged in the sense that they have, so many commitments, they have to keep on working.
For me, the adding 6 years on at quite short notice to women's pension age completely, it means my savings went. So any security I would have had has gone as a result of that. So now I am sort of flying by the seat of my pants a lot of the time. I don't see myself finishing work unless I'm forced to, ever. I can't see retirement being an option.
I think this misconception of baby boomers where, you bought a house and it just automatically grew in value and it was great, wasn't it? And you bought a car and nobody bothered, and money wasn't that sort of plentiful for the normal person.
I suppose I'm good with money, but I'm not frivolous either. I know how I can survive on absolutely nothing, basically.
We've started to save now. You can't say, my mortgage is paid off. Yes, you have to save to pay for your gas, light, water, and you have to save money for the funeral plan. We never thought of this, before his illness. I wish we had thought, and we're thinking of that now.
I'd financially sorted myself out to keep going to 60. I thought then that any work I did would be to waste on music. Spend the money on fripperies and stuff. Actually, that money is what's keeping me alive, having gone through my savings when work has been less than good and before I got my second job.
I guess the problem is the cost of housing. The housing market is not working, obviously, as it should.
It's probably my biggest concern. It is my biggest concern, not probably, definitely is. I rent at the moment because I've been here a while. My rent is lower than other ones being rented on the road, considerably lower. I know if I have to move, I don't know what would happen. I really don't know. I generally look around at rents anyway to see where they're going. I couldn't afford to live in this area anymore. I couldn't afford to live in Manchester anymore. I would have to move from Manchester. I would move away from all the people that I know.
When you get older, and I think this is for a lot of people, is that everything becomes a bigger decision. When you're young, you just go, well, I could just move there. If it doesn't work out, I'll do something else. But actually, I think there's something about consequences when you're older. You just see much more consequences and things, which isn't always good, really.
When I was around 50, I thought, if all this goes horribly wrong, I should be able to get some social housing when I'm older. I don't think that's going to happen now.
If I don't look after myself, then I might even become ill.
I think when I was 50-something, I got called in for a health check, like blood pressure and things like that. But other than that, nothing's happened. And I suppose we're probably still a group of people that wouldn't necessarily go and get help either. I think the generation now are more like to go, right, you know, I deserve this, you know, I'm going to go to the doctor and I get there. I wouldn't do that. I'd have to be on death's door actually to go to the doctor because they're so busy, kind of thing. So yeah, I think there's something slightly generational about going to get help.
I've put on a lot of weight since my thyroid went mad. Actually, half my body weight went up. And it was just like, whoa, where did that come from? And it took ages to get the doctor to take me seriously. Because of my age, it was like, oh, well, we do put on weight when we get older. It drove me crazy. And I actually ended up changing doctors before I was taken seriously.
I'd say the majority are much younger in their bodies and, you know, and in their minds. I'm not saying everybody, but, you know, a lot of people are. They don't see themselves like they thought their parents were at their age.
If I was living on my own, God give us long life, right? It is a big worry to live on your own and to be isolating. It's a worry.
I know there are people who just don't know what to do with themselves when they haven't got others around them, and really suffer for it mentally, incredibly. And I think once your mental health is affected, your physical health is.
When I retired, I was happy enough actually going for a walk on a daily basis. I get a paper, so I read the paper from cover to cover, do the crossword, do quizzes. In my own world, I was quite happy with that situation. Didn't really talk to people other than saying hello to lots and lots of people, but not stopping and really talking or engaging with them. It was my partner really who sort of started saying, well, you need to join some societies, you need to meet some people. When I joined the writing group, by coincidence, was a chap there who's also into walking football. And he said, oh, you want to give it a go? It's great. So I, at that time, thought, walking football? That sounds a bit odd, really. How can you walk and play football? And of course, I thought you just sort of walked around a little bit. Anyway, eventually I sort of gave it a go. And of course, I found it transformational. It was absolutely brilliant. It was going back, taking the years off, playing football, and absolutely great fun. And most of the guys are so committed. And yeah, I mean, that was, as I say, absolutely transformational. And then you meet a lot of guys who've got similar interests. So we meet, we talk, generally football, but also kind of wider as well.
The idea of my kids being my age and not having any security at all is quite upsetting, really.
I don't think there's a drive to change it in a way that is beneficial to the age group. The drive to change it has been to, yes, we can keep you working longer. You can do this, you need less of that. But at the same time, you're ignored on anything that could actually help you to work longer, help you to keep healthier.
With COVID, you know, with the whole pandemic, it's like nothing is the same as it was before it happened. You know, job insecurities, health, everything, it's like, it's on such a global scale that people are unsure of how their lives are going to unfold after it's all sorted itself out. And also the fact that, you know, if it did happen again, all that, again, the insecurities coming back. And I think as somebody's older, it's harder for them to bounce back.